And we're back with episode 7 of Random Rolls. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Frank, and I'll be the Dungeon Master for this episode. I'll be joined by 3 of my friends, Jade, Ryan, and Nathaniel. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to get more D&D content in your feed, then the first thing to do is subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. If you didn't see the first 6 episodes, you'll want to go do that because we not only introduced the story, but we also introduced what Random Rolls is. So I'll go ahead and put a link to the first episode in the description below. All right, let's jump back in.
All right. So last time we were together, a lot of things happened. I decided that I would try writing out a recap beforehand to summarize it, see how it goes. Why not? So the party fought off the harpies and giant seahorses. Although some of the crew were killed and the ship took on water, it's still unclear what destroyed the ship the harpies were resting on or drove the seahorses crazy. Are these events related? From the debris, Tricon found a stylish green cap and an alabaster mask. What do these items represent? Anything suspicious or just simple pieces of attire? The party also decided it was worth asking more questions about their cargo. Martin was unable to offer any details as he was paid to not ask questions, but the party took it upon themselves to learn more. In the hold were 2 rows of crates, 20 in total, with a black circle branded to a corner. Inside each of the 2 opened crates was a large black orb. The orbs seemed to glow when touched. One marked with an X turned cold, and the other marked with a Y echoed Capesque's voice in his mind. What are these orbs? What are they for? And what will the party do next?
Dun dun dun!
So you guys are still in the hold of the ship, and you're still looking at these 2 orbs.
Look at them go, all around and shit.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys want to do?
I wonder what happens if we throw one into the deep. You know what I mean? Like, does it explode?
I don't think that's a good thing to test. At least not yet. How many crates were there again?
20 in total. You've opened 2 of them.
It's a lot of crates. I think we should open the other 18.
Martin, when you say that, Martin looks at you and he says, I will warn you guys. He actually walks back. He brought you guys here and then walked away. And then from all the noise, he comes running back. And he's somewhat startled. He says, I would avoid opening them like that again. I was told that they're actually pretty dangerous.
Are you finding fault with my methods of opening the box?
I think you don't have enough information for what you're doing, and I have very little, but I have more than you. Actually, we might be on the same level because I didn't actually know what was in them in the first place.
I knew there were boxes and they were heavy.
And I knew they were dangerous.
How are they dangerous?
I was given a letter, and that letter said to be careful with this cargo. It has been properly stowed for transport. However, it is dangerous.
But letter could be lying.
Yeah, it could.
You got me there.
We know lie. So we open to see truth.
I promise I'll do it very gently. It'll be like tucking grandmother into bed at night, like really soft.
What?
Oh.
Do you frequently tuck your grandmother into bed?
In my village, we do this. We care for our elders.
All right. Yeah, sure. Why not? It sounds like completely sound logic to me, Martin.
All right, whatever.
We don't do that in jungle.
You do your thing. You guys do what you do, and we'll go from there. Just don't damage my ship.
Hey, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Just us.
Okay.
I run and start opening another crate.
Okay.
Before Martin goes, I want to ask him if I can see the letter.
Yeah, he says it's upstairs. Did you want to come with me, or I'll just bring it back down?
Yeah, that'd be best.
So he goes away. Appa, you're gonna open. Sorry.
I was talking to Drakan.
Okay, you're gonna open another crate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you pop off the lid. It's a lot like a Pringles can. You go pop, and then inside you find that straw again, and then inside underneath it you find another black orb.
Okay. I take it out.
Okay, it's pretty heavy for you, just given your size and its size, the 2 foot diameter size of it. But you managed to get it out.
Actually, I start lifting it up, and then I just rest my head on the border of the crate, and I just look at Banshee and go, Banshee, help! And my panther climbs on the crates, kind of sighs with a very tired expression, grabs me by my clothes and just pulls me out like, fuck's sake. Put me on the ground. And
Banshee's sick of it.
You're like an extension. I like it. So you have this ball now out of the crate, and you're looking at it, and when you notice that when you touched it, it started to give a glow, a very, very faint, glow. And when it hit the ground, that boom of hitting the ground also made it glow briefly, and then it went back to its normal state.
I want to roll it closer to the others that we already pulled out and put the 3 together and see what happens.
Yeah, so as you roll it to them together, nothing seems to happen out of the ordinary. In fact, the others, the one that had an X and the other one that had a Y, I'm using a Y because that's the closest thing it is. It's just three lines on it. But they kind of glow a bit when they're knocked by it, but the other one doesn't do much. And you also notice that on this third one, there are no markings on it. Not like these original 2.
Oh. I start turning it around, and then I look at you guys and go, oh, I think this one dead.
Did you kill it?
What? No.
Put it back.
No, it's different. It's no glow anymore. Hold on. And I just want to try to lift it a little bit and just go boom on the floor just to see if it glows again. Just very delicately.
The ship explodes, you all die.
Sure.
Damn it.
Next adventure. All right. So when the ball drops, it gives a glow, but
Happy New Year.
it is really small in comparison to what the other 2 have been doing.
Okay.
So it's, yeah. At this time, Martin runs back down, and he says, here's the letter. So this was given to me by the dock's quartermaster, and, they've got a term. Portmaster. There we go. This was given to me by the portmaster, and he said these 20 crates are accompanied with this letter. And did you want to read it, Tricon?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will copy and send this to you.
Ooh.
Brief out of character. I don't know how much Trakan actually cares about this, as opposed to he's just amused by the concept of these magic balls. But I, as a player, am racking my head with what the fuck these are, because they seem like the most interesting thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes. I bet the players would.
Sure. Alrighty.
Please.
Captain Damien, you've been tasked with the delivery of 20 crates to a recently discovered island, Shrine's Rock, and the archaeology team there. To reach this island, follow the Ram's Horn for 5 days. We trust that you will complete this delivery swiftly and without questions asked. Initial payment is enclosed, and an additional sum will be granted upon the return to port with a seal of receipt from the team on site. Please note the contents are extremely dangerous and to only be handled by those with training. We advise you to refrain from handling and to leave to our specialists on the island. It is highly unlikely anything bad will happen in transit, as they have been properly secured for the journey.
Is Martin still here?
Mm-hmm.
Martin, can I point out that when you tasked me with being navigator, you actually didn't tell me the name of this island or show me where it was on map or mention any of these. So I just wanted to say that, just to put that out.
I appreciate your feedback. It's been noted.
Just to put everything on the table.
Wow.
He says
We
actually.
know-
He says actually. Brawlock has been aware of this as our course, and if you had worked with him, he would have communicated this with you.
Oh!
I'm going to take Kapesk's side here. You could have just told him. It was 2 words.
The thing is, Shrine's Rock is not on any maps, and it's kind of odd that they mentioned it in the letter as if we should know what it was. However, Ram's Horns is a constellation that is familiar to us, so fortunately we had that to go off of.
How long have we been traveling at this point?
This is the end of day 3, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so we should be there within
2 days.
a day or 2.
Hey guys, I'm thinking like, okay, so Kurkan, you can like fly in the air. I can swim in the water.
Me too, me too!
Not as well as me, but I'm sure
That's... Well, you don't know that.
okay.
Well,
My the point of my thoughts is there was something scaring those giant horses of the sea that rammed into our ship like they wanted to get onto dry land. And I'm thinking maybe it would be wise for either you to go have a little bit of flying to see if you can see any dark shadows following the ship, or whether I should go jump into the earth and have a little look-see.
It would be bait.
And to myself.
Okay. Good bait.
I like that idea. I'll take any excuse to get out of the bottom of this fucking ship. Yeah, I kind of like that. I do want to revisit these things at some point, though. Super quick, Frank, about how big are these balls again?
2 feet in diameter.
It's like, so are they like just big cannonballs?
Like
Yeah.
last time he said they were like really big bowling balls.
Yeah. But
It
2
tends
feet
to-
in diameter. This is like a foot. So, for size, scope.
Retard units.
Is it like a large beach ball?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Because
Sure.
I'm like, maybe they're just massive cannonballs that are shot out of a cannon the size of a sequoia. You know, who knows? They're activated. They're activated by force. Effectively, they trigger something when force is put upon them. The ones without symbols, if there's multiple without symbols, seem to be something that kind of like gives its property to other things.
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
I'll say it in character to make it make sense, because right now this is my mind going rambling, because these are the kinds of puzzles that me as a person kind of goes crazy for. But regardless, cool. But regardless, oh neat. Kapesk's idea was great. I was distracted for a minute.
Okay, well, I'm going to. Well, perhaps both of us can do a little bit of reconnaissance. So I'm going to go upstairs and do a huge, just like, doosh, doosh, off the back of the like, and like just like do a like hectic cannonball off the back of the ship.
Nice.
I'm just
And
gonna.
swim around and just like see if anything's following, or whether there's any strange, if any fish are like maybe swimming past me really fast.
Yeah, give me general. Yeah, give me perception.
And I'll just effectively fly around. I'm going to look in a different area than where he's looking, though, because there's not really much of a reason for us both to look in the same area.
I presume Kapesk is looking in the direction that the ship's coming from, so which is also, you guys have been going west, and so you guys have come from the east. So Kapesk is looking to the east, and Trakan, you're going to look
west.
Sure.
Make sure we're not going to hit any big rocks.
Sure.
25.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
The perception?
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
19.
Nice. Wow. Some hot rolls. So Kapesk, looking behind you, you guys are very, the sea floor beneath you is very far away.
Ooh.
You can't see. You're out in the ocean, the deep ocean. You don't see much. Even with a great perception check like that, underwater, it's murky, even it's murky-ish. I remember I did describe it in our first session as pretty clear blue water. So you can see pretty far. You can't see to the bottom, but you can see pretty far, and there's not much. It's smelling underwater. I'm gonna say, I know sharks smell. I'm not quite sure how lizard folks smell underwater, but we'll pretend they can do a little bit of it. And you don't see, you don't notice anything. Ultimately, you see some stuff off in the distance that just looks like small schools of fish just doing their normal thing, but just passing by.
Okay.
While they're out there exploring and watching out, I'm quietly but consistently going to open all the crates. I'm not going to take the bowls out, but I'm just going to, in every crate, I'm just going to move the hay around and check that everyone that still has a bowl in there, or if any one of them has something different.
No, they all have the black orb in them. They all have it.
Then I'm going to spend the rest of the time, I'm going to take a short rest and just nap in the hay of one of those while Banshee sighs and starts closing some of them.
Sure. Yeah, I'll say also that you guys are getting towards the late afternoon at this point. So the end of day 3 is upon you.
Okay, then I'm actually just going to fall asleep in the hay.
Sure. For a long rest or for a short rest still?
Yeah, for a long rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna swim back to the ship and I'm gonna look around for Opera and Banshee, and that looks like a comfy spot, and I'm gonna sleep there too. Sure.
Trakan, well, with your perception check of a 19 towards the west, you also don't see much. It's actually, you don't see anything out there on the horizon, not yet anyway. And with regards to things in the water, like shadows, there's some things that look like a shadow at first, but then you actually realize it's just the clouds. There's a couple clouds above that give a shadow on the water that is a little deceiving, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do? Appa, you're sleeping. Kapesk, it sounds like you were going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Trakan, anything in the evening you want to do?
I'm just going to kind of fiddle with the alabaster mask and see if maybe it's at all interesting.
Yeah. Give me... What would you like to cross-reference in your knowledge?
Let me think.
Searching databases now.
I mean, I think I've already done Arcana, and I don't think I did very well with that. I could try fiddling on that a little bit more. Maybe history to see if it's historic in any way. Maybe performance to see if it's something that might have been used in a show. Religion to see if it has religious purposes.
Yeah, you could choose any one of those. I'll let you get a natural 20 if you want to just take the rest of the day to examine it and pick a category to think about it in.
Sure. Let's take a 20 in history.
History. Okay. Una momento.
Which gives me a 21.
Hey. So in history, you have heard of... There are old depictions of of murals, that's the term, of murals where figures are actually represented with a mask that looks similar to this, with ridges on the forehead and a prominent nose. And sometimes there is makeup on them to give this shine to the cheeks. And they've usually been figures dotted throughout history. Just very often they're treated as narrators of a story rather than actual players in the story.
Oh my god, it's a dungeon master mask.
So it's essentially in stories like, think of Greek plays and how Greek plays have their narrators. In old plays and old stories that were told, the figure who was telling this would usually have something like this, some sort of mask like this. Yeah, but
like a narrator.
This is actually kind of more crude. Not crude. It's more. It's not blunt. It's not crude. I'm at a loss of words here, but
Unfinished.
Raw.
no.
Rough.
Yeah, let's go with rough. In the depictions and the explanations is usually seen as something more elegant. This is something a bit more hard and rough.
Rustic.
Homemade.
Yeah, not homemade, but we'll go with rustic, hardy, rough. Yeah.
Synonyms.
Yeah.
Shitty. All right, I got it.
Shitty's not quite the word, but yeah.
Counterfeit.
It looks like it is not quite intended for showing. Let's put it that way.
It's a practice mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I will do with that knowledge what I will.
All right. Okay, and then you're gonna end your day.
Yeah, I'll just long rest and preen.
So this day goes. This next day, in the beginning, it's pretty smooth. There's, people wake up. You can see Black Salt going around, making sure the last bits of repair are done. Doing what he can to make sure the ship is in tip-top shape. There's what would you guys like to do today on the ship? You've got a good wind. Things are just sailing along.
I feel like
I'm gonna hang out in the crow's nest and keep an eye out.
Okay. Capes?
I want to find Trikan. Where are you hanging out?
If it's an easy day and there's not a whole bunch of shit to fix, I am normally above deck.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to find Trikan and giant bird, where, like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you, like, once we get to this crazy place that we are somehow going to in our boat and stuff, like, what do you want?
What do I want? I guess I've never really thought about it. I'm more or less just here for kind of the thrill of it all, I'm new to the area, new to town. Looking to see what's going on. This is a really weird place. There's a lot of sky, but there's also a lot of not sky. So I'm kind of excited to explore some of the not sky.
Legit. Okay. And then I'll probably just look for opera as well. And
I'd like to try to throw, if I can find like tiny pebbles or anything very small that wouldn't hurt, but I'd like to try to just aim at them from the crow's nest and just be a little shit.
Pennies.
Yeah, I think what you could get is you could pick some of the wood.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just tiny pieces.
dried guano.
Yo, no.
Actually,
It's raining shit.
There's probably a fair bit of bird shit up there from, when it's been in port.
Hey.
But I'm not going to throw bird shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw little pieces of wood.
Yeah, you'll notice that you first start with some small pieces. They just blow away in the wind, so you have to take bigger chunks out of the ship.
I'm okay with that.
Some of the other things, I just remember that Kapesk, you and a few others of the crew pulled up a giant seahorse, a dead one, onto the ship.
Mm.
You want to shoot weapons out of it? Or
Oh,
darts?
yeah. I wanted to make a spear out of it. That's right.
That was something. And there was also some of the crew that were wounded, still that are on the mend.
All right, I'll come down and help with the wounded.
Okay, and you see Derek, the elf. He is going around tending to everyone, checking up on them as they go about their duties.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to fashion. I'm gonna try to fashion a shield out of the bones of this seahorse.
Sure. Do you recall if there's a check or if it just says you can naturally do this on your downtime?
As part of a short rest, you can harvest bone and hide from a slain beast, construct dragon, monstrosity, or plant creature of size small or larger to create one of the following items: shield, club, javelin, darts, blowgun needles. To use this trait, you need a blade, such as a dagger, or appropriate artisan's tools, such as leatherworkers' tools.
Great. Yeah. So what did you want to make?
Yeah, I want to make like the shield that I'm kind of picturing is not like a round shield, but like from a
kite?
Like one of those traditional, like Indigenous Australian shields are these beautiful, like lengthy kind of shields that kind of very like
totally
sharp oblongs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Elongated.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Nice. For fun, let's do. Let's see how good it is.
Okay.
And I'm imagining survival as a check. What would you prefer? Maybe.
I would put dexterity.
Oh, as in like his physical prowess in making it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, possibly sleight of hand to see how well I am at using my hand and daggers and things to like.
Sure. I accept that.
Don't have the highest score in that, but 13.
Okay. Yeah, you can, just like that face you made, you can tell that you could have done better, but it's also not bad. It'll block stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's like maybe as opposed to like, the way you want a shield where the edges are kind of round and blunt on the sides. I feel like there's like sharp bits of like where I tried to make it clean bone like cracked and it's kind of jagged and dangerous on the side, possibly even for the holder. Anyway, so I go up to Martin like holding this shitty shield and I just say, listen, you and I have not had best history, but here I am, and I have shield for you.
Is he gonna put it on the fridge?
He takes it and looks it up and down. This is quite something. I don't quite have a shield like this.
Not many people. You might be first person in the world to have shield made from giant sea thing.
You're possibly right. I definitely haven't seen people wielding these on ships that I've been on. Thank you.
I do apologize for stench. I tried to cure the bones and stuff, but still very smelly and fishy smell. Probably make you sick after.
Well, it's what you get when you make things from the carcasses of sea animals and it's that fresh. Especially if, the creature was sitting on the deck for about 20 hours ish.
It comes with the territory.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Well, thank you again. Thank you.
Right.
You like in a video game, you get +2 reputation with Martin.
Plus just appears over his head.
Yeah, it's like The Sims. Okay, so you guys, I guess Trakan, you didn't get a chance to do much yet.
Oh geez. Trakan kind of just relishes all of the amount of time he has not under deck. I don't think I've really had a lot of time to play a little ditty on my bardy instruments.
Oh.
So I think I might just kind of spend the day piping away on that pan flute, maybe make a new beat. I don't know how do pan flutes work.
It flute.
I'm a flute away. I'm gonna learn how to beatbox on the pan flute. It's gonna be sweet.
Yes.
As soon as you start making music, Banshee just comes up to you like right there on your face and just watches the flute very, very closely. Like, you know, like an entertained cat with her tail just going like this.
And honestly, I think that's gonna be most of Trakan's day. Just gonna take a day off. Doesn't that sound nice?
Sounds great. I'm happy.
I think once nighttime starts to roll around, he might kind of delve into that mask a little bit more, but I don't know if there's actually anything else to learn about it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Let's do some rolls here. Can I get Appa
Ooh.
to roll 2d6, please? Can I get Kapesk to roll 1d4?
Ooh.
Trakan to roll 1d6.
1d6.
Nope.
I count as cool. That's cool. It's on the carpet.
The same thing.
I got a 6 and a 1 to extremes.
Okay. 6 and a 1. Oh, nice. Those are cool. Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
You're not gonna believe it, guys.
The coolest thing just happened.
We're gonna put a monster.
Tile on the left. Oh my god, I hate it one.
Is
All
it
right.
sea trolls? It's gonna be sea trolls.
What did you get there, Kapesk?
I got 3.
Okay, and Trakan?
5. As I play with it like a cat.
No.
She's not touching you in any way. She's just staring at your instrument. We don't have that in the jungle, okay? We only have singing birds, so
Even house cat purrs can be formidable. Like really, you can feel it in your chest almost. Like the purr of a banshee must be like you're just like shaking. It's like lying over your lap, just like
You can really feel the bass.
yeah.
All right. I need some more here. Let's do. Kapesk, give me 1d6.
1d6. That is a 4.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, now Appa, give me 2d4.
aye, Captain.
And Trakan 2d10.
2d10. Oh
2
boy.
and 2.
Yup.
Is this percentile or just regular 2d10?
Just regular 2d10.
I got a 2 and a 7.
Okay. All right, and then let's do Kapesk one more time. Yeah, Kapesk, give me 4d10.
One more time.
4d10.
Are you rolling up like an entire enemy ship?
No.
All right,
Captained by sea trolls.
are you ready for this? We have a 10, We have a 1, we have a 7, and we have a 3.
Thank you. Okay. So this day, Trakan, you were going to play some music. Great. And you wanted to sound like you were going to try to write a new song on your pan flute?
I don't know if I'm really looking to write a new song. That sounds like a lot of work. I think I'm mostly maybe just trying to I don't know, figure out new things to do with the pan flute. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll flip it around and play it backwards.
Okay, so you're trying new techniques.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Not so much writing new songs.
It's a bunch of straws, so we'll get creative. I'll add more straws.
You have so much respect for your art, it sounds like.
I for sure, at some point during his horn playing, I'm gonna bring out my horn. It's like a reinforcements horn that I have.
Like a bugle?
Then I'm gonna get up in the crow's nest.
Busy.
And I'll be like, and try to jam with it, even though it's really not designed for musical. There's gonna be
all right, that's great. And while you're doing that, Black Salt walks by, and he's actually got a box that he was putting somewhere, and then he actually gets next to you and puts it on the ground and sits on it. Starts.
Oh, that's cute.
And he's playing along.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Banshee is getting super excited. She doesn't know who to watch anymore, and she's just standing in the middle in play position, just really ready. What's going on?
If we're trying to get really, really into it, I can whip out my bagpipes.
Oh my God.
oh, geez, wow.
Now we're gonna get attacked.
It's getting real.
And that's when the sea trolls show up.
We heard bagpipes. Ah!
Just a ship from under the water. No, that doesn't happen.
Bagpipe SWAT team.
So the crew actually enjoys this music you guys are all making. And,
Oh, it wasn't for them.
They kind of, well, it wasn't for them, but they enjoyed it.
That's fine.
And they kind of go about their tasks, and you see some smiles on their faces, regarding the music. Trakan, actually, for fun, would you mind doing a performance roll with advantage? Because you've got people joining you.
With advantage?
And I like to think they're assisting you rather than hindering you.
21.
Yeah.
I have +9 to performance. It's my best skill.
It's amazing.
Whoa.
It's just an amazing, everyone's spirits are lifted.
They can also all roll an extra d6 when they use hit dice on a short rest.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, the day goes by, and after you all have some supper, Iggy comes up to you guys and says, would you guys,
I jump on him and give him a big hug.
oh gosh, hi,
Mr. Azalea.
I like you guys too, and honestly, would you guys come with me, just up to the front of the ship?
I want it inside check.
Yeah, what's going on with this guy?
Does he have a birthday party? Is there a cake?
Give me some insight.
Oh God.
I got a 19.
Natural 20.
Thank
Better
God.
than a 19.
I rolled a 3, so that's total 5. So Iggy is my bestie. I know him. I love him.
Yeah.
He would never lie.
Yeah, you, I'm gonna say, Appa, you don't even, you're not really sure what's going on here. But maybe it's kind of exciting not knowing. Kapesk, you notice that he, in his, I kind of envisioned him with a tunic, but then on top it's a hand-me-down or kind of thrift store blazer that was once nice, but it's been so worn out that it doesn't look that great anymore. But he's worn it for a long time, it seems like, and he's kind of got a hand reaching into the blazer, and with your 20 and with your 19, Trakan, you guys can see he's got what looks like a shiny flask inside.
inside of his
blazer.
Hey, you drinking on the job now, Iggy?
I was gonna share with you guys. Would you like to come up to the top with me? Just
Yay! Let's go!
yeah. I guess we'll have an underage person drink. That's or a ship, whatever.
I just look at the others very confused. Underage? How?
Barbarians don't allow their children to drink themselves senses. I know, it's crazy.
What? But what?
It's outlandish custom. I know. We let children drink where I come from too. That's
And then I just start looking around like, but what children? Where?
Exactly. There's
probably
none here.
I'm only 6.
Oh, so you're... It's true. He said he was pretty boy. Not
I am a pretty boy.
You are a pretty boy.
I am a very pretty boy.
So he leads you guys up to the front of the ship. And up here, it is nighttime. It's clear outside. It's actually a really beautiful night. You can see the moon. It's pretty much a full moon, and there's a gentle breeze that's kind of pushing the ship in the direction. The sails are up pretty high, so they're not things don't get crazy while everyone's asleep. And you're up there at the front in the forecastle, and Iggy pulls out the flask and he says, "You guys are very astute. No, I just wanted to share some of my own brew that I make on the ship with you guys as a thank you, because who knows where we would have been if you guys weren't here when the storm happened, and when the fire happened, and when, gosh, those seahorses and the harpies. Oh my gosh, they got me for a moment. There was a moment where I was, yeah. So thank you." And he hands it first to you, Kapesk.
look, lovely thoughts, but using that logic without all of us clear-headed. I mean, giant tortoise could come and chomp on the ship right now, and then we would all be drunk. So I'm going to pass, just because I'm going to keep my head clear to protect you possibly one more time.
Abba takes a super intense, serious look, grabs onto Kapesk's arms and goes, "Turtle. Tortoise, no swim."
What if it's so big that it's actually walking on bottom of ocean floor and its like head is above the sea?
Then
He's got a point.
With clear head, then we die. We just die with clear head.
Okay, well,
I didn't think about that, but I was gonna add that this is not strong enough to knock you on your ass. This is, you don't have to drink it, but it was just a thank you.
no, I really appreciate it. I kind of reach him, I pick him up. I want to like pick him up under his
You're so disrespectful.
underarms and just like, hey, like you and a little kid, like, hey.
Oh,
Like,
this is so demeaning. Thank you.
no, it's look, I'm just trying to be happy.
Well, picking me up like a child is not.
He's affectionate, I know.
Allow yourself to have fun.
He looks at you, Tricon, like, did you want to have some?
So I've actually been thinking for a solid like minute or two. How does a parrot drink from a flask?
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the beak is like, it's hooked.
You open wide.
You open it wide, you could let it in the side.
Yeah.
Open up wide, let it in the side.
You could lie on your back and I could tip it in your beak.
I don't know how worth it this is. Sure, I'll figure it out and I'll fiddle with it for like a minute trying to figure it out. And I'll take so is this like a juice or whatever? And then I'll just take like a huge swig. Because I don't think Tricon's ever drank before.
Yeah, so you take a healthy portion of it.
And it's not too pretty.
Yeah, you throws back and it burns. It burns in your throat and it causes you to cough, which then is bringing it into your lungs, which is then also shooting it up to the top of your throat into the nose. And so you've got this burning sensation, and it just lights up like a fire in there. He's like, I would
Lovely.
I would have gone easier than that. I didn't realize that you'd never drank anything before like this.
I'll be back. And I walk away a little bit. Just kind of like behind a corner. I'll come back in a moment.
Just coughing your lungs out.
My bird lungs. I gotta be careful. If I cough too hard, my cartilage will break.
Noted. All right. So he just is looking at you, Appa, like, you want some?
I take it and sniff it. What does it smell like?
It smells like, gosh, it smells really peaty. So it's got a bit smoky, that smoky texture to it, but it's also got something sweet going on. And it also just smells really strong. And if like being unfamiliar with it, it would smell pretty bad.
Appa doesn't want to be impolite, so I am actually like, I'm gonna push my tongue against the opening of the flask and do the same movement as Strikan, but actually not let the liquid get inside my mouth and just weird, very weird.
Wow, you took that really well.
Why drink? Why old juice? Why drink old juice?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of customary on to share drinks in celebration or respect or gratitude, and that's yeah.
I give him back the flask, and I'm gonna take out one of the silver beads from my dreadlocks and give it to him and go, well, where I come from, when you respect, you give gifts. So here.
Oh, he takes it. Thank you.
It's like engraved with some jungle script that probably doesn't mean shit, but to Appa it does.
To him, it just looks like a cool pattern around the side of it. Thank you. You also notice at this point, the three of you, that up above in the sky, there's what looks a lot like a borealis or aurora borealis, but it's a shades of blue only. So you've got some dark blues, some light blues, and other names for blue colors that I don't know.
Azure, turquoise.
There's a blue fire in the sky that could burn us all.
What? No, it looks like sky ocean. I like. It's like a sky river.
That could burn the ship down.
Oh,
I'm not fixing it.
It's pretty. It's pretty like you.
Iggy stops.
I'm a pretty boy.
It's okay. It's just natural. Actually, I haven't seen one of these in years. This is. Some people say, if you're superstitious, that this is a good omen.
I look very confused and slowly turn to Capes. That's superstition.
It means when you have stitches that are really super, like big stitches in your body.
So I'll come around.
Warriors?
Iggy is not saying anything. He just looks at you guys. Well, this was interesting.
Appa's gonna really take a good look at you, Kapesk, and go, Kapesk, you kill monster before. You?
Yes.
Like, really big, bad monsters?
I mean, bigger than me, yeah.
Like magic monsters?
They could do weird shit, yeah, like stopping fire and like fiery horns and shit. There was biggest The biggest creature I fought, the biggest, scariest creature was some kind of devil or demon. I only tore its toenail off. But I felt pretty good about that because it was big and scary.
It was fucking crazy.
Have you seen a monster before?
No. I am more, let's call it a lover and not a fighter.
I not know what that means.
It means you like to go up to other ladybirds and love them.
Oh, like make eggs.
Sure. Who were we with? Is it Iggy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it. Is Iggy still there?
Yeah, he looks he's enjoying being a part of your conversation, but he also feels so out of place and awkward.
That's probably fair. I'm gonna turn to Iggy real quick. I'm gonna be like, so this thing in the sky. I don't know if they have them in the elemental plane of air, so I don't know if I'm actually familiar with them. But
okay.
did these happen everywhere around here, or?
No, only certain people have seen them all up and down the coast. Let me say that a different way. People have seen them all up and down the ocean. They're not seen along the coast. They're typically the farther away from the coast you get, the more often or the brighter they will be.
So when there's only the blue of the ocean, then you can see it in the sky too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my bagpipes and what I think is going to be a really nice moment. I'm just gonna crank some wicked bad pipe tunes, and it sounds like I'm squeezing a goat liver.
Yeah. What kind of tune are you going for?
I'm gonna go for like oh god, like a. It starts off really nice and then it quickly devolves into the Mario theme, but on bagpipes. It's like, I've been working on this all day.
Black Salt pokes his head out. Are we making music again?
Go to bed, Black Salt.
Oh, all right.
I look at Black Swan, but that's not music.
It's art.
It is different.
Brr, 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 brr.
Art is painful, so I get it.
Is this weapon?
What did you say?
Is this weapon?
What did you say?
So the night passes. You all eventually.
Before it passes, I wanted to after the noise,
Yeah.
dolls down to a dinner roll. So do you kill any big monsters? Fight monsters?
I tried, but I think I'm not strong enough. And she said, when she said I'm not strong enough. I tried fighting really big monster that hurt a lot of babies in my jungle.
Babies.
Yeah. He's still babies from nests and from mothers. But I tried to fight, but he's stronger than me. So when we come back, do you want to have?
I love to fight. You should have said this like before we got on boat. I would have gone with you on the.
Because I didn't know you.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's do. Trakan, do you want to come and beat up big monster that steals babies?
Well, we'll give it a tentative yes.
Okay.
I just smile and start like rocking it side to side. Thank you.
Nice. So
Then I fall asleep on capacity.
okay.
Instantly.
Well, like children can do, just lie down and just instantly.
So the night passes, and maybe you're sleeping on the top deck, or eventually you go down below. If you're sleeping up top, you are awoken by the light, the morning sun.
Ah,
Oh, pretty sun! Good morning!
Trakan, give me a Constitution check.
That's
It's a bit
Let's
delayed, but
see.
it's there.
8.
You are hungover,
ooh.
and you don't know what a hangover really feels like, I guess, if you're unfamiliar with this kind of a drink. So
He just wakes up screaming.
you have a headache. We're gonna say you have a headache. So we'll see. That might come up later. And you have just a headache. We'll just do the headache for now. That's fine. It's not.
Can I heal it with magic?
No.
Damn. All right.
It's fantasy, but it's not that easy.
As soon as you start screaming, Trakan, I run to wherever you are. And I just put my hands like, you okay? You hurt? What hurt? What hurt? Show me what hurt.
I've been cursed.
What? By who?
There's a thumping in my skull, and I don't like it.
Aww. I just give you a little kiss on the forehead. Better?
No, but thanks.
I like, he really likes music. Maybe this will help. And I bring out my horn.
Ah!
Better?
Yes, much better.
Oh, magic
I can
horn!
keep on going if you like.
No, don't need to. All better.
All better, okay.
At that, you hear someone from the top of the ship shout, "Land! Land ahead!"
I run up top of the deck.
And Martin's also running up to the top, and you,
I want to race him. I want to race Martin. I want to get there before him.
Martin just lets you run by him. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Me first! Me first!
It is very exciting. Hello, Cocktail. And you can see up ahead there is in fact an island. It looks rather wide. It looks pretty wide from where you are. And Martin says, yeah, I'm surprised that no one's ever seen this before, recorded this island. Well,
Was there any rules around that like would prohibit people coming close?
No. I mean, to be honest, there hasn't been a lot of effort put into exploring this far west. It's not, the crazy thing is, it's not even that far.
I mean, maybe giant seahorse like eat other ships that come this way. You know?
That's an interesting theory. We don't have a lot of, for those ships that do go exploring, there's not many that come back, and those that do report nothing of interest.
How far ahead is the island?
He says, we will probably be there in about 30 minutes. What I want to do is circle around the island and look for the archaeologists. See if we can find where they landed.
Martin, I do want to say one thing. I have experience like fighting against criminals and being like really aware of like shady dealings. And I'm thinking it's probably wise, you know, you don't know that they're archaeologists. They could be some kind of nefarious cult, you know, like organizing to get powerful balls that they throw at the gods or something. So I'm thinking we should be ready for conflict, everyone armed, and, you know, hopefully we'll have fight, because I really want.
Actually, I come up to you, Capacity, and go, good point. Hey, maybe I hide in one of the boxes so I can be spied, so they don't know exactly how many we are.
I mean,
Martin.
What?
I want to try.
Martin,
Okay.
Martin says, I was actually going to ask for you guys to go, once we get closer, I was hoping you guys could scout out to find them and to introduce yourselves and essentially be our first contact. But if you wanted to just stay in a box.
Well,
I don't know I'm here. I go hide.
but aren't you really good with jungles and stuff? Like, couldn't, like, you and Appa, like, I mean, Turkan, big bright bird. I'm like huge lizard thing. You can like go and no one
Stuff like
sees.
that.
But no one sees me if I'm in box as well.
Okay, Turkan.
How,
and choose one of the crates and put myself in there with Banshee and close the lid back.
Sure.
how far are we from the island?
I think I said about 30 minutes you'd be at the island. And you can tell, I should have described it a bit. There is, there's two, I don't want to say mountains, but they are big, big hills. One is smaller, the other one is much bigger. And the one on the left from where you are is the bigger one. And
Okay.
there's a bunch of forest, jungle, tropical forest along the bottom of it.
I'm pretty sure I'm faster than the ship by like a pretty decent amount.
Yeah, okay.
I could, and also Eric Croker are very well known for being able to fly for extended periods of time because they lock their wings, such as the mighty albatross.
As we've established.
So, I mean, realistically, I totally would be fine with going and scouting ahead. I could like leave now, effectively.
Martin says, sure, that actually would save us time because we will be moving very slowly once we get closer to the island to make sure we don't hit the shore.
Kapesk, I don't know how fast you can swim, but you're also totally welcome to tag along if you want.
I can't swim as fast as you fly, so maybe go have a bit of look. I mean, I can. I would be really good helping ship navigate through these shoals that are around the island.
That's probably a very good idea.
The ship and like guide us closer safely, so you don't ground yourself. I could plumb the depths. I could be like 10 feet, 15, 20.
I'm not there.
Martin says, that's great. Yeah, that would be helpful. That would make sure we don't run the risk.
Douche, douche, douche.
Oh, okay.
It just gets off now.
All right. Well, all right, that happened.
Kapesk gets in the water. I take to the sky, and Appa sits in a box.
Okay. All right.
I'll also relish the moment away from the noisy ship.
Trikan, I'm gonna need some perception checks, but with disadvantage because of your headache.
Okay. Is that going to affect my passive perception at all, too?
Your passive perception is not taken into account right now, no.
Okay. Well, I got a natural 1, so that sucks.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
I got a 13 and a 1.
This
Which gives me a 9 perception.
That's nice. You take off and you have something stuck in your eye for a long time, and you think it'll pass, but it doesn't the entire time you're up there. And
I am cursed.
And it's just stuck in your eye you're flying around for maybe 10 minutes and it's still in your eye, and you cannot focus with this headache as well on actually scoping out this island at all.
Nice.
You could, I mean, maybe landing and trying to get it out of your eye would help, but otherwise.
Is there like a tall tree I can land on top of?
They're all pretty much the same height, to be honest.
Or like anything higher, like the highest thing around?
You could
like a mountain?
land on one of the hills.
Yeah, whatever's just really tall and maybe hard to get to for something that can't fly, so I don't get jumped.
Like
Sure.
just on my own like peace of mind. Like what bird noises do you make, if any, while you're landing or like any?
I don't think I make a lot of bird noises just like while I'm chilling. I make parrot noises frequently, I guess. Yeah, like that.
Sweet. Okay.
All right. So what are you doing, Trakan, about that thing in your eye?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna try and get it out. I have prestidigitation. I don't know if that helps.
You don't need magic necessarily, but I'm just.
Do I need opposable thumbs?
I'm just wondering where you're gonna land.
I guess I'll just land on like on top of a tree.
Okay. Sure.
Or maybe it might actually be good to land like maybe on a rock right off the coast.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Kapesk, as you are going towards the island, it takes you a while to actually get to the island, but once you do, you can suss out that it's actually a pretty immediate drop. The shore isn't very gradual; it's a pretty quick plummet down to the depths. So it should make parking the boat pretty easy.
Okay, sweet. Does it seem like an actual island?
Yeah. I mean, from what you can tell, it is similar to other, to the shores that you've seen.
Okay. So, like, if I launch downwards, and if I punch the sand, that's going down, it's like it feels like sand. It's not like some massive creature that has stuff growing out of it.
Correct. From what you can tell, I mean, if you go down, how far down are you going?
I'll go down like 30 feet.
Yeah. So you can see, it does. I mean, while it does quickly go down to make it easier for the ship, it kind of does begin to taper off, kind of plateau a bit, and you can see some debris down there, or not debris. Just sediment. That's the word.
Oh my God, pollution is everywhere, even in the ocean.
It's like, yeah.
I've just
Yeah.
Microplastics.
So there's sediment down there.
I've just realized this entire time I haven't had my leather equipped on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Like my armor.
that'll be helpful.
It raises my AC by 1, which is not much, but I just thought it was funny.
Trakan, give
Hello.
me that perception check again.
Disadvantage?
Yes. By this time, you've gotten the thing out of your eye, but go ahead.
18.
18. That's nice. While you're still on the rock, you can tell that not too far from where you've approached, where the ship will be approaching the island, there looks like some... It looks like there's actually a path.
Okay. I will make a mental note of that and try and follow it from above.
Okay. As you do that, it's actually really hard to see just the way the canopy of the trees is. It obscures a lot of the vision down below.
Okay.
So
I'll make a note that it exists,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see if I can see anything else from above, like doing some more roundabouts, because I don't think I'm about to walk on that path by myself.
Okay. Kapesk, you also notice just that the underwater cliff there are these caverns, that some fish are in, just going in and out. You just notice that there is marine life here. So what are you gonna do? What are you guys doing? Trakan, you said you were gonna just float around the area, look for anything special.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of spend some extra time kind of waiting for the ship to come in to see if I can find anything of note that I can tell people.
Okay. All right. Kapesk?
I'm gonna quickly, feeling a bit just nippish, and just wanna see if I can catch a fish.
Give me a dexterity check.
That is 9.
These fish are agile. I'm sorry. Actually, let's see how agile they are. Oh yeah, they're too agile. That fish, that's one hell of a quick fish. So it darts out of the way. They see you coming.
I'm just excitedly just swimming after them like a like a puppy, kind of like just really excited to be like freaking them, and even though I'm not succeeding, like I'm just like, woo, big fish. And then I come back up to the ship and let them know that it's safe to come all the way in, and that there doesn't seem to be anything that will harm the exterior.
Great. And Appa, how are you doing?
I'm trying not to fall asleep.
And trying not to fart.
Why?
You're in a box.
Why would Appa? Whatever.
Wait, so Banshee is in the box too?
Yes.
The box is that big?
That's
It
going to be a
is.
squeeze. The box is 3 by 3 by 3. And Banshee is pretty big.
That's probably fine. That's like my kitchen table.
It'll be interesting. She'll be quite curled into a ball.
Okay, so you're in 2 different boxes. Is that right, or 1?
No one.
I'll allow it. It's a heavy box though.
I'm a 10-year-old gnome. Like I'm as small as it gets.
You are Banshee.
The size of an actual garden gnome.
Pretty much.
So yeah, Banshee's pretty heavy. So the ship, time goes by, the ship gets up towards the island. It can actually get pretty close, and they start to. They're close enough to the point where they can actually put planks down, and people are walking onto the island. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna sit tight.
I'm gonna go try to into the box room and like just like open up lids until I find Appa.
When you open, I'm rolled up in a ball and go, what?
I told you that I would come to your jungle and help you find scary monster.
Yeah.
We're about to go into the jungle, like that you spent so much time in, and there could be danger here. You're good with jungle stuff. You would like the rest of us are going on to explore. We could die out there. Don't you want to be part of the good fight?
I enjoy fights.
Then she does. I've seen the way it looks at people.
No, but she's not like that. If I just, in case
the ship gets boarded and it gets stolen and you wouldn't even know because you're in a
can
box?
I speak?
Can you?
In case those people we deliver to are bad, then at least we can have like surprise with me hidden. That was my idea.
But you're going to be not there for the surprise. If they're bad and we go explore.
When they get the crates, they're not going to be bad before they get what they want.
Absolutely, they could go, oh, we got more men in there. Let's take over the ship. They're done.
Well, that is not what I thought.
Okay, well,
if you really want me there, I will come. But
hey, you know what?
You can ask instead of telling me how wrong I
am. I did ask.
No, but ask me.
I did ask before. Okay, you know what?
Okay, I go. Fine, I go. I come out.
Martin. Oh, go ahead.
So we're about to go on shore.
Martin's actually coming downstairs. He says, "Oh, there you are. Can you guys? I don't know where Trakan is right now. Can you guys go and just scout around this area? Haven't heard back from him yet, and I just want to make sure that he's still alive."
Okay.
Would I have seen the boat coming in?
Yeah, you pretty soon you would have started to notice them.
Okay. Once I do eventually notice them, I'll probably start to make my way over there, but I'm not really in a rush.
Yeah.
Martin.
No, go for it.
Martin, are the men armed?
Yeah. It's pretty much standard procedure when we come to a place we don't know.
Okay, well, good luck in case I never see you again. It's been good times.
I sure hope it doesn't come to that, but yes, you as well. It's been interesting.
Yeah, it's been ripe. You know?
Ripe, yes.
Yeah, like tasty ripe.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, the more information we have, the sooner we have it, the better.
Yeah, okay. When we come out, I'm gonna wait for Trakan to join us.
Okay.
And as soon as you join us, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on the three of us.
Okay. Is Banshee going with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the four of us.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. So it's for up to 1 hour, and now every stealth check, guys, we get a +10 bonus.
Sweet. Okay, so you guys, I like to imagine Trakan and Kapesk and Kapesk, Banshee, and Appa come up from down below just as Trakan flaps his wings, landing on the top deck.
Squawk.
And then you guys start to roll out.
Yep.
Transformers.
Roll out.
I'm gonna try to find some tracks on the beach, like any footprint, something that would give me an indication of activity.
Give me survival
Aye.
or perception.
Doesn't matter.
It's 1.
So it comes down to 6.
But it was
No, 1 is a 1.
No, you still add your modifier.
It was
Yeah, but
Technically,
Okay.
no.
Hey, children. Shh. I get to make the call on that.
I know, and
Indeed.
that's why we're together. So that's why I'm giving you all the information. I rolled a 1 + 5, so that's a 6.
I appreciate that. So you can't tell so much when you're looking at the sand. You can tell that, of course, the waves have ruined a lot of the tracks. But what does stand out to you, it's not hard to notice, actually, is that there is a path. And this is the path that Trakan noticed.
Hello.
Okay. I guess we'll start heading to us. I just point at the path and go, do you want to hide or do you want to go through track?
Well, we're a scouting party. I think perhaps we should have someone scouting ahead of the scouting party to see if the scouting party is going to be ambushed. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
No, I'm happy to go. I could go if you know.
I can go. Fine.
I'm gonna come up behind them, and we're gonna be at the are we at like the mouth of the path at this point?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go like, are we going? We're going. And I'm gonna put like an arm behind both of them, and I'm gonna start walking forward.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead, but not in the middle of the path, like more through the foliage and the trees.
Sure. So you're going for more of the stealthy route. And what is Banshee doing?
She's doing just the same.
All right. So go ahead and roll stealth for both of you. And Kapesk, how are you? Are you going on the path?
On the path, but I'm trying to be quiet too.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Trakan.
I will also try and be quiet,
Yeah.
but I'm also gonna take out my rapier for I think maybe the first time.
Okay. Yeah. You guys take out your weapons. I'll roll stealth.
21.
Oh. And that's with the pass without trace. Cool.
17.
Yeah, and you add +10 because I casted Pass Without a Trace on you guys.
Yeah, 17.
My total is 31. Benchy's total is 30.
Whoa.
Yeah. You guys can't find them. They're gone. Yeah. You all did. That's pretty good rolls. With a +10. Well, not great rolls sometimes, but good +10.
I rolled a 3.
You guys go along for actually not very long. You go for about 10 minutes walking on this path, and you come across an area that it's a clearing in that there's not a lot of trees, but there's still what looks like boulders in this area. And as you guys actually get closer, you can tell that these are slabs of stone that seem to have a rhyme or reason to them. So go ahead and tell me what you guys are going to do as you walk towards this area.
So there's slabs of stone.
So the area that's in the clearing is it's somewhat of a circular clearing, and you can't see to the other side. These slabs of stone are about 5 feet to 6 feet tall, varying in size, and they are between 3 and 5 feet wide, and they all kind of rest in different spaces of this circular zone. So they actually block your vision from seeing into the center, and they also block your vision from seeing the other side.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and like try to see what's.
You can't. I'm sorry, but unless Appa's showing herself, you don't know where she is.
Oh, okay, but we're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just tell that to Chakan and then just creep forward really softly. Find out.
Sorry, you're gonna creep forward really stealthily and do what?
And find out what's going on.
Sure. And what are Appa, Banshee, and Trakan doing?
I'm gonna stay hidden and take a good look around to see if I can find anything out of place, like traps or tracks and such.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, does this area count as coast?
Yeah. Sure.
Yay. Then it's my favorite terrain.
Cool.
I get to double.
It's definitely similar to where you come from. All right. So, Trakan, are you hanging back?
So just so I know exactly what this is. So we came to like a clearing with a bunch of boulders in it.
It looks, as you've gotten closer, they look more like stone slabs of varying heights and width.
Okay. Can we see? Does like the path continue on the other side?
You can't see from where you are now.
Okay. Can I fly stealthily like an owl?
During the day, I'm gonna say that's pretty hard out in the open because stealth you have to hide behind things.
I just wasn't sure because we had passed without trace.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't do
That's
stealth
fine.
Flying up in the open.
That's fair. Maybe if I was an owl and it was nighttime. I'm just gonna kind of walk around the circumference and try and make my way over to the other side.
Sure. As you walk around the side, so I'll address that first and then come back to Kapesk and Appa. But as you walk around the side, you actually notice that the slabs are all blocking perfectly so that you can't see into the center at any point as you walk around. And as that happens, Appa, you are looking for traps. Go ahead and give...
Traps, tracks, anything out of the ordinary, anything unnatural.
Yeah, let's go with investigation.
Cool. That I'm good at. 19 plus I'm proficient, so that doubles it. So that's a 29.
Wow.
I'm excited.
And you're staying on the outside, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going in though.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice any traps. What stands out to you is this looks very, very old. That's what stands out to you most. But there's distinctly very little left about its purpose or, origins, especially from where you are. And Kapesk, you are starting to go in more.
Yeah. How high are the slabs?
Between 5 and 6 feet.
I'm gonna jump on top and like as stealthily as I can, like a lizard, and
like a stealthy lizard.
Yeah.
Stealthy 6-foot lizard.
He's called Solid Snake.
And then see if I can see over the top and see better.
Yeah, you can, from up there, you can see that it looks like these are making many concentric circles. There's many rings going out, and in them rest various slabs.
Okay.
But it seems that it does that the whole way around. And that there is a bit of a clearing in the middle of it all. With no slabs.
Did I find tracks when I was? Okay.
I'm going to continue forward to try to get to the middle.
Okay. Actually, you did find tracks. And with a 29, and they are
Also, since it's my favorite terrain, while tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, size, and how long ago they passed through the area.
okay.
Just Google Maps them.
What?
You said it just Google mapped them.
It's like, what's their rating?
You
How many
notice
stars?
there's 5 two-legged creatures, and they passed through yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Varying sizes of feet. Okay, so Kapesh, you're going in deeper.
Yeah.
You get into the middle, and you notice that the space that has no slabs is somewhat of a bowl. It looks like a stone bowl down here, and there is a little of like collected rainwater still in here. And in the center of that is a 3-foot column, and atop the column is markings. In the middle of, so the markings are on it. You can't read it, but around the border of it are a bunch of circles around the border of the top.
Can I see Kapesk from where I am?
You are still on the outside, so no.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna ready an arrow, but I'm gonna remain hidden for now.
Okay. Chirkan?
I'm gonna keep my eye on what happens. I'll I'm kind of just gonna keep an eye out to see if anything happens.
Okay. Kapesk, when you're inside, you do something stands out to you that each concentric ring has what it looks like different numbers of slabs, but the closest ring has 2 slabs on it that are facing you. And on the top of them, one of them has an X, and the other one has a Y.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to where I came.
Okay.
And I'm gonna when I get to like the entrance into the clearing, I'm gonna like softly call out, "Apa Turkan, hello."
I slowly poke my head out of the foliage. Just what?
There is little bath in the center with little. I don't know. You could have a bath in there. But there's scrapings, like markings of some kind. Looks kind of like an X and a Y in the middle on 2 big pillars.
Like the ones that we saw on the big bowls in the crates?
I can't remember, but good for you.
One of the bowls in the crates had an X on it, and the other had Y.
Ah.
I think this is. This place is old. Also, I think I know there are other people here, at least 5, and they came here yesterday. I found tracks.
Are you magical?
No, but I'm good at finding tracks.
Ah, see now you're happy you come along because I wouldn't be able to know that.
Oh,
You got a point.
I know, Ryan.
Just.
So I'd also like to point out that those tracks actually walked around the circle. They seemed to completely avoid the site.
Okay.
Would it be possible to kind of get like a bird's eye view on the whole thing?
Yep.
By like looking at it?
By flying up?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious if maybe I could make out a little bit more information about like what it does or how it works if I can see the whole thing.
Like to make out with
before you take flight, I'm gonna look at you very seriously, Trican, and go, this old magic, I think. Very old magic. But I don't know anything else about it. But I know it's old.
Am I our only magic user? I am, aren't I? Because you're a ranger and you're a monk. Me and my +1 arcana are going to shine.
Sure.
Good carry, girl!
So when you fly up into the air to get a bird's eye view, it looks like, as I was saying earlier, concentric circles, and each of them have a different number of slabs in it. And while you're up there, you actually can count 20 slabs.
All right, checks out. We have 20 balls. Am I able to maybe discern what like any potential use for this thing could possibly be? Like, does it have any sort of like or if it's magical, maybe could I tell if what school of magic, if it has any?
Sure. Did you want to do Arcana or History or Religion or?
I'll do Arcana because I don't have Detect Magic.
Okay.
+1. Oh. 7.
There, you kind of you stretch out with your magic.
My bird
senses, bird powers, and you don't actually sense magic emanating from this site. Yeah.
Okay. Neat. No longer interested. Moving on.
Are you just gonna go out to the outside, or you gonna go
to the outside?
Are you gonna go back to the outside of the circle, or are you gonna go to the inside? You gonna land on top?
I mean, I assume I kind of saw everything enough. I don't think getting closer would help me, so I'll just go back to where I was.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception for me with disadvantage.
$15.
Oh. When you were up there, you could see down on the column that has the writing facing on the surface, writing up, with the circles around it, and one of the words on there actually catches your eye. There's a word in the last line, evil.
Well, shit. What's it written in? Just common?
You'd have to get closer to be able to get a better look at it.
Well, now I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna try and be careful though. I don't want this thing to like reach up and grab me.
Sure. Are you like floating above the ground as to try to read this?
Yeah, I guess that's accurate.
Okay. All right. This actually looks similar to Orin, which you speak, but very different. However, I'm sending you what you can make out. Did you want to share with the class?
If these words be read, the end is just ahead. The island ends the last hope when evil tightens its rope.
And as you say it out loud, the script shifts and changes into that.
Sorry, what did you say? What did you say?
So the first one was, if these words be read, the end is just ahead. The island is the last hope when evil tightens its rope.
Sorry, that's where you're saying it really fast, bro. The last little bit, the titans of the...
If these words be read,
yeah,
the end is just ahead.
Yeah.
The island is the last hope.
Okay.
when evil tightens its rope.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put in my one bit of criticism, Frank, is I read the first 2 lines and then I was really hoping it was a limerick, and then it wasn't, and I was sad.
Feedback noted.
All right, cool. And then the next bit, because the words changed, I'm gonna read it to myself first to make sure it doesn't do any other dumb shit when I read it.
As soon as we hear you speaking like that, I'm just gonna turn around and go, "Who are you talking to?"
You, and also you, the both of you. Who else would I be talking to?
But you say weird things. You okay?
I think it might be the curse. Anyway, it changed words. Now it says, "To the shrine's top you must crawl. Bring the 20 orbs in all. Though your task is not clear, the enemy draws ever near." And now I'm scared.
And after you read that out loud to them, you can hear towards the ship's direction the bell on the ship ringing.
They need help. They need help. Come on, let's go.
I take off towards the ship.
Yeah.
I jump on Benchy's back and start bolting towards the ship.
Doing some serious monk dashing.
Wait. Before you go, you should know that the next episode is the finale of Random Rolls. That's right. After the next episode, there are no more Random Rolls episodes planned. And everything has come a long way, and I want to thank you for being a part of it. But I have loads more videos planned after this series. What is it they say? One's ending is another's beginning? Something like that. Knowing that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell for notifications. When the next video's up, the finale, I'll make sure to put it right here. Until next time, have a great day and an amazing week.